In Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, the Merrow are described as feral, violent merfolk who delight in tormenting mortals who enter the ocean. This description is appropriate, as according to the lore, the Merrow were created when a tribe of merfolk stumbled upon an idol devoted to Demogorgon, the self-titled prince of demons. His energy is madness incarnate, and exposure to the idol caused the merfolk to go insane. Their king started demanding blood sacrifice be made to the idol until eventually it opened a rift to the abyss, allowing demons to spill forth and causing physical transformations on the merfolk who had already gone mad. Over several generations, these transformations would cause them to become more physically powerful, while warping their minds to cruelty and madness, and Demogorgon would eventually claim all Merrow as his children. They were known to live in fetid underwater caves that they would mark with the bloated corpses of their foes, warning all people to stay away. The Merrow has an AC of 13 and 45 hit points, as well as a swim speed of 40, so they should always be fighting in water if possible. They have great strength and constitution, and are amphibious creatures. They attack with a multi-attack consisting of 1 bite and 1 claw or harpoon. The bite deals 5 to 12 damage, and the claws deal 6 to 12, while the harpoon deals 6 to 16, and forces a target to roll a strength check versus the Merrow, being pulled 20 feet towards it if they fail. As a DM, I would place at least 1 Merrow per player in a standard encounter. The strategy is fairly simple, as they should open with a harpoon attack, hoping to pull their target into the water. Once hooked, they can also close the distance with the target if necessary, and follow up with a bite attack. The Merrow should use the harpoon each turn, as it deals more damage than the claw attack and can prevent ranged players from staying comfortable. If players are already close enough to the Merrow to be in melee, you could instead have one of the Merrow hold its action to perform a harpoon attack should anyone try to swim or teleport away, just to mess with your players and make things more difficult. Not to be mistaken with the mermaids or mermen of general European folklore, the Merrow is a specific breed of merfolk in Irish myth who were said to wear magical caps that allowed them to pass between the deep sea and dry land. The word comes from the Middle Irish merduchanan, meaning sea singer or sea fairy in different dialects. Similar to the sirens of ancient Greek lore, the merduchanan were part fish, part human creatures that lured sailors to their deaths through their magical song, though some tales mark them as allies or neutral parties in the affairs of fae and men alike. Most of the few surviving tales of the Merrow describe the females as beautiful maidens who would sometimes marry men of the land to escape the male Merrow, who were described as more fish-like, monstrous beings with green hair like seaweed, giant fangs, and a propensity for incredible violence and enslavement. In comparing the monster to the myth, we find that the D&D Merrow is based on the male version of the Irish myth, likely due to its description as a more monstrous being, and also due to the fact that D&D already has mermaids, water nymphs, and sea humanoids lumped together in the overarching category of merfolk. Like the male Merrow of Ireland, the Merrow of D&D are violent, crazed creatures of the deep oceans, who revel in destruction and death. If you enjoyed that video, please leave a like and comment below, and consider subscribing to the channel. You can also join the Patreon for $1 a month to access videos days before they're posted here, as well as other exclusive stuff like short stories, videos, and more.